world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Man, we doing a month in Proverbs. We started this September the 11th. Tomorrow will be 1 month that we've done a month in Proverbs. And Proverbs is the one book in the Bible that has a chapter for every day of the month. Today is the 9th. So we're going to deal with the 9th chapter of Proverbs. Now, Proverbs was written by King Solomon. King Solomon was the wisest man ever, and no man will be as wise. So look like if the wisest man ever said something or gave you some instructions, then you might would listen. Okay? So let's pray and get in the word. Father, I thank you for another day around your word. Speak through my mind, Father. Speak through my heart. Speak through my lips, so that I may precisely articulate your word to pierce the hearing. What's going on, gamer? Of your children, so that we can live the righteous lifestyle you have ordained for us to live. Now, chapter 9, verse 1. Wisdom has built her house. Gamer, that's a distraction, my friend. That's a distraction. That's what that war is. And those that are going to get caught up in the distraction are going to miss out. Now is the time to keep focus, to pay attention. Now is not the time to get into your feelings, okay, about what they're doing. All right? Keep your eyes, man. Keep your eyes on the horizon. Don't worry about that war. The Bible says there'll be wars and rumors of wars. Okay? But if you living right, you ain't got to worry about that war. You'll be protected. Okay? Chapter 9, verse 1. Wisdom has built her house. She has honed out her 7 pillars. She slaughtered her meat. She has mixed her wine. She has also furnished her table. Verse 3. She sent out her maidens. She cries out from the highest places of the city. Verse 4. Whoever is simple, let him turn in here. Now, y'all know how I like to do. I like to give you definitions. All right? Let's see. See, when it says, whoever is simple, easily understood or done, presenting no difficulty. Okay, whoever is simple, whoever believes everything they're told, whoever believes drama, lies, deceit, destruction, let him turn in here. As for him who lacks understanding, she says to him, verse 5, come, eat up my bread, and drink of the wine I have mixed. Verse 6, forsake foolishness and live. Forsake foolishness. Foolishness. Lack of good sense. And see, thank you. And see, and that's a perfect definition for a simple person. They lack good sense. They lack discipline. When you're simple, you lack discipline. You lack instructions when you're simple. Okay? Can't nobody tell you nothing when you're simple. All right? Listen. Forsake foolishness and live, and go in the way of understanding. Let's look up that word, understanding. Understanding. The ability to comprehend. Understanding. The ability to comprehend. And you know, and I showed y'all yesterday, when you exalt the ability to be able to comprehend what God gonna do for you, what that will do for you, it will cause you to inherit riches when you have that ability to be able to understand. Okay? Okay, verse 6. Forsake foolishness and live, and go in the way of understanding. Verse 7. He who corrects a scoffer gets shame for himself. He who corrects a scoffer gets shame for himself. Let's look up that word scoffer. Scoffer. A person who mocks or make fun of someone or something, often religion or moral value. So basically, a scoffer is one who's always causing drama. Always got some confusion going on. Always got some chaos going on. That's a scoffer. Listen, he who corrects a scoffer gets shame for himself. And he who rebukes a wicked man only harms himself. Listen, verse 7. He who corrects a scoffer gets shame for himself. And he who rebukes a wicked man only harms himself. Let's look up that word rebuke. Okay? Bernie, good morning, brother. How you doing? Rebuke. Express sharp disapproval. When you rebuke somebody, you're correcting them. You are instructing them. Listen. He who corrects a scoffer gets shame for himself. And he who rebukes a wicked man only harms himself. See, when you see some people that's hell bent on doing wrong, man, leave them alone. Ain't no correcting them. Ain't no, see, and these are some of these lost children that we have right now that you can't correct. You can't instruct. You can't give them no advice without them knowing everything. Verse 8. Do not correct a scoffer, lest he hate you. Listen. Do not correct a scoffer, lest he hate you. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love you. Isn't that, man? Listen to this, y'all. Listen. Do not correct a scoffer. Let's go back and look up that word again, scoffer. Scoffer. A person who makes fun of someone, they ain't never serious. They don't take nothing serious. A scoffer. That's a person with drama around them. So that you can know, man, when you always got a person that's got some drama, that's got something going on, that's always got some confusion, ain't nothing ever right around them, man, that's a scoffer. Do not correct a scoffer, lest he hate you. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love you. Verse 9, give instruction to a wise man, and he will still be wiser. See, a wise man ain't gonna take rebuke personal. Thank you, Lord. See, the reason a scoffer hates you, when you, listen, he who corrects a scoffer, wait a minute, do not correct a scoffer, lest he hate you. You know why he gonna hate you? Because you pointing out his weaknesses. You pointing out something and he knows that he needs to correct this. And he points it out. But when you rebuke a wise man, he will yet become even wiser because he will learn from his mistakes. See, scoffers don't learn from their mistakes. You can't direct them. You can't give them no instruction, but a wise man will sit down and listen and learn and become even wiser. Verse 9, give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. Man, let's look up that word just. Let's look up that word just. Based on a behaving accordingly to what is morally right and fair. Listen. Verse 9, give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. Verse 10, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. Listen, verse 10, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. Verse 11, for by me your days will be multiplied, and years of life will be added to you. Did y'all hear that? Let me go back and say, the fear of the Lord, this is verse 10, is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. Verse 11, for by me your days will be multiplied, and years of life will be added to you. Ooh. Verse 12, if you are wise for yourself. And if you scoff, you will bear it alone. And this is what a lot of people don't want to come to the realization. Man, there's going to come a day that all of your action, what you do, what you live, listen, if you're wise for yourself. And if you scoff, you will bear it alone. That's why you ain't got to worry about how nobody living. See, when I be trying to tell people about the gay lifestyle, and oh, you gay bashing. No, I ain't. I'm just telling you, man, your lifestyle, I could care less what you do. Because at the end of the day, when you close your eyes, you're going to have to deal with all of that crap that you left back here on earth. You got to deal with that. Ain't nobody else. When you close your eyes, you can't blame that white man. You can't blame your mama. You can't blame your daddy. You can't blame your sister, your brother, your cousin, your neighbor. None of that. Because you going to have to deal with it. And that's what a lot of people are not preparing themselves, man, to deal with that afterlife. Because they having too much fun today. And think that all of this bull sugar that you're doing don't have no consequences. I almost cuss. I almost cuss. Good gracious. Verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knows nothing. Listen to this. Verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. Man, let's look up that definition of clamorous. Clamorous. Making loud and confused noise. A foolish woman is loud. She's unruly. She's simple and knows nothing. Verse 14. For she sit at the door of her house. What's going on, Tanya? She sits at the door of her house on a seat by the highest places of the city. Verse 15. To call those who pass by, who go straight on their way. Verse 16. Whoever is simple, let him turn in here. As for him who lacks understanding, she says to him. Verse 17. Stolen water is sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. Verse 18. But he does not know that the dead are dead, that her guests are in the depths of hell. And this is showing you this clamorous woman, this is a harlot. This is the woman that and you see some of them on social media now that ain't got no problem putting everything they do with a man on social media. It's just that simple. Okay, listen. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and know nothing. And see, and this is the reason, and see, and some of y'all got some foolish women and some foolish men in your lives. But the sex is good. See, that's what keeping you addicted, because the sex good. You know they ain't good for you. You know they ain't right for you. But they know how to punch all your buttons. They know how to make you climb a wall. And that's what you addicted to. See, and if truth be told, we got a lot of people out here right now who are addicted to some stuff that ain't good for them. They're addicted to some people that ain't good for them. Then, see, I'm glad you brought that up, Bernie, because, see, your integrity ain't when somebody's with you. See, you walk in your integrity when ain't nobody watching you. Oh, let me say that again, okay? You don't walk in your integrity when people are watching you. You walk in your integrity when you ain't being watched and you still do the right thing. And that right there is where a lot of people miss the boat. Because when ain't nobody watching, they're going to take an extra bag. See, they're gonna do something. They're going to cut a corner when ain't nobody watching. That's just like, listen, parents, your ability as a parent with your child is reflected not when your child is with you, but when your child ain't with you will determine what kind of parent you are. See, when your child ain't with you, gonna show just what kind of parent you are. Because if you ain't put no discipline into them, if you ain't put no time into them, when they ain't with you, they gonna be buck wild crazy. See, that's what parents, and it ain't your child, they better act right when they with you. But when they ain't with you, how they acting? How they acting? When they ain't with you, when ain't nobody watching, how they acting? And that's your integrity. When ain't nobody watching you, do you still walk in your integrity? Do you still do right by people? When ain't nobody watching? And see, and that's where the challenge comes. When ain't nobody watching. Because you ain't worried about it. But God is watching because he knows your heart. And thank you, Lord. And see, and let me tell you something. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth is going to speak. Let me say that again. Out of the abundance, whatever is in your heart in abundance is going to come out your mouth. If foolishness is in your heart in abundance, it's going to come out your mouth. If lying is in your heart in abundance, it's going to come out your mouth. Whatever is in your heart, see, and listen, let me tell y'all, and y'all be conscious of this. Whatever came before, oh, I was just joking. Man, come on, lighten up. It's just a joke. Whatever came before that was true. Let me say that again. When you run across somebody and they say something and this is how they respond to you, oh man, come on, lighten up. I'm just joking. You ain't got no sense of humor. Whatever they said was true. And if you keep hanging around them somewhere down the road, you're going to find out the very thing that they said that they claim to be a joke was true. And this is why we got the condition we got in the community now. People don't walk in their integrity. Folk don't know who to trust. Okay? All right? Man, that's the end of chapter 9. Man, thank y'all. One more day. One more day for a month in Proverbs. It's tomorrow. It's chapter 10. One more day. All right? And I don't know. I do Saturday in Proverbs already. And I probably will continue to still do Saturdays in Proverbs. But this has been this has been challenging because a lot of times I be up in here talking to myself, man. Like, ain't nobody interested in this. They don't want to know how to live right. They don't want to do right. Man, I can in real time, I try to show y'all blessings. Y'all seen, man. See, I don't get on here and be telling what my needs are because I'm believing God. Okay? When I'm sitting here broadcasting what my needs are, man, I'm worried. I'm not trusting God. And y'all have seen, man, where I've had needs. Thank you, man. And I've had like this guy Bernie. This brother right here, him and Everett Overton. Man, these are the two guys right now that's responsible for keeping me afloat. I'm telling you, right, if it wasn't for Bernie and Everett Overton, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. Because them are the two brothers that have, for whatever God put on their heart, I don't even have to ask them, they'll send it to me. Here, man, have a blessed day. And one day, man, I'm going to be able to do the same thing, that I'm going to be able to bless people. Absolutely, man. I'll pray for your mom. And one other thing, gamer, you need to start praying for yourself, man, for your mama. You need to work on your own prayer life, man. And see, that's what's wrong. A lot of us want other folk to do what we scared to do. You know, when somebody asks you to pray for somebody or for something, they scared. They scared to pray. They don't believe their prayers are effective. That's why they depending on somebody else to pray. Because they don't think their prayers are effective. And let me listen to me. And see, this goes back to how you living, man. And let me show y'all this. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. This is Isaiah chapter 58. I'm gonna start at verse 8. Then your light shall break forth like the morning. Your healing shall spring forth speedily, and your righteousness shall go before you. The glory of the Lord shall be your rear guard. Then you shall call, and the Lord will answer. You shall cry, and he will say, here I am. See, this is what I keep trying to tell y'all, man. See, when you live a righteous lifestyle, you have God's ear. When you and he knows you ain't perfect. Let me say that again. Okay? God knows you ain't perfect. God knows what your weaknesses are. And this is the mistake too many people make. They like to hang around and flirt with their weaknesses. Let me say that again. See, the problem a lot of people are making, they like to hang around and flirt with their weaknesses, thinking they ain't gonna get caught. But they like to be around that energy. And all the while, it's slowly breaking down your resistance. Because one day, that touch is going to turn to a kiss. And that kiss is going to turn into some sex. Okay? All right, man. That's it, man. I'm out of here. Y'all have a very blessed day today. And listen, don't get caught up in all of this stuff that's going on. Okay? Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Don't get caught up, y'all, in what's going on. Because, see, the truth be told, this thing in Israel could be just a distraction they need to make a change in that White House. Let me say that again. Don't get caught up in this distraction, because it's for a reason. And this distraction that we're dealing with right here, right now, with this war going on in Israel, could be just a distraction needed to make a switch in the White House. Because believe me, they're looking for an exit ramp for Biden. They're looking for a ramp for him. They're looking for an exit ramp to get him out of there. Okay? And this just could be it. So keep your focus. Keep watching. Pay attention. Don't be caught by surprise. And that's the thing, a lot of people gonna get caught by surprise. A lot of people gonna get caught by surprise because they looking into their emotions and not from their understanding. Okay? Get to your understanding, man. Get to your understanding. Told you there's power with understanding. There's power when you embrace understanding. I didn't say that. The Bible says that. There's power when you embrace understanding. And that's what a lot of people are running away from because they too quick to blame. They too quick to point fingers instead of reasoning. Okay? May y'all be blessed. See you later.